Someone cancels on you last minute. Again, your friend talks over you. Again, your colleague takes credit for your work. Again. And what do? You smile. You let it go. You tell yourself, it's fine, they didn't mean it. But bro, what if they did? Here's the brutal truth. Most people don't get disrespected once. They get disrespected slowly, quietly, repeatedly, until they can't even recognize it anymore. And the scariest part, your brain is literally trained to normalize it. Today, we're breaking that pattern. Here are 5 signs someone is disrespecting you, and what to do about each one. Signal waste your time. Showing up late. Last-minute cancellations. Vague replies that never lead anywhere. This one feels small. It's not. Psychologists call this time violation, and studies show it's one of the clearest signals of how much someone values you. Because time is the one thing you can never get back. Here's how to read it. 1 time. Life happened. 2 times? Okay. Pattern forming. 3 times with no real apology. That's a message. They're telling you, your time doesn't matter. Your move. Stop rescheduling immediately. Make them come to you. If they can't respect a clock, they can't respect you. See, exit dismiss what you say. You share an idea. They change the subject. You tell a story. They one-up it. You express a feeling. They call you sensitive. This is called conversational narcissism, and it's everywhere. The science behind it. Your brain registers social rejection in the same region as physical pain. That stings when someone dismisses you isn't weakness. It's neuroscience. It's real. Your move. Stop over-explaining yourself to people who aren't listening. Say it once. Say it clearly. And if they still dismiss it, that's your data. Not everyone deserves a second explanation. Hot when they want a favor. Cold when they don't. Calling at midnight for help. Ghosting your texts by noon. This is transactional respect, and it's one of the most toxic patterns in relationships, friendships, even workplaces. Here's the brain hack. Humans have a deep need for consistent validation. On and off respect messes with your dopamine system, the same way a slot machine does. You keep pulling the lever, hoping for the jackpot. You stay hooked. Your move. Notice the pattern, not the moment. Ask yourself, do they show up for me when they have nothing to gain? That's the real test of respect. If you're learning something right now, hit that like button and subscribe, because the next sign is the one most people completely miss. They pushed. You said no. They pushed. You set a limit. They crossed it, then laughed it off. They say, oh, come on, I was just joking. But here's what the psychology says. Boundary violations are never really about the specific thing they crossed. They're about whether they believe your no means anything. Repeated boundary crossing rewires your confidence. Over time, you stop setting limits because you expect them to be ignored. That's not relationships. That's conditioning. Your move. The first time, explain your boundary clearly. The second time, enforce a consequence. No drama, no long speech, just action. Respeto is taught by what you allow. That's not an apology. That's a redirect. A real apology has 3 parts: acknowledgement, accountability, and change. If someone skips all 3 and just says sorry to end the conversation, they're not sorry. They're just tired of the topic. Here's the kicker. Research on relationship psychology shows that people who chronically avoid accountability have a higher need for dominance in relationships. Translation: their ego is more important to them than your feelings. Your move. Judge people by their behavior after the apology. Words are cheap. Change is rare. Change is real. Bro, here's the thing nobody tells you. Disrespect rarely shows up wearing a sign. It shows up soft, casual, wrapped in a joke, or a half apology, or an excuse that almost makes sense. The reason people keep tolerating it isn't because they're weak. It's because they're loyal, kind, patient. Those are good qualities. In the wrong hands, they just get exploited. So don't kill the kindness. Just get smarter about who receives it. Your standards aren't walls to keep people out. They're filters to let the right people in. Know your value. Protect your energy. And the moment someone shows you who they are, believe them. If this hit different, like this video right now, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe because next week, we're diving into how to respond to disrespect without losing your cool. No rage, no drama, just power. Let's go.